guys out there.
Yeah,
they look good.
yeah, and they got another big game this week, so.
Yeah, their team look good.
Yeah, they're doing well. He's excited. He's loving it.
Okay, Coach, first of all, tell us a little about this Western Kentucky team, and what do they do that might cause you guys some problems?
Well, I think that the quarterback's really accurate. He knows where to go with the football. You know, they have some really good schemes and concepts that they're going to work within, and we got to be sound all over the field, up front and then also in the back end.
I've heard the term pick routes from some of your guys about 15 times this week. How much do you see that on tape?
Oh, well, depending on the coverage you're in, they're going to try and pick you and rub you. And if you're trying to play tight coverage and things of that nature, that's what you're going to get from an offense.
Is that something you try to avoid via scheme, or your guys just have to handle it?
Well, there's just times, it's predicated on the situation in the game, and you just got to know how to play through those pick routes.
Can you kind of further evaluate that quarterback, what you've seen on tape?
I think he's very accurate. I think he makes really good decisions with the ball, very poised in the pocket, so he looks good to me.
John, that running back seems to break a lot of tackles, and you seem to harp on these guys about tackling. How important is it this week that they get them on the ground?
It's going to be critical. He's a very good back. He has great vision, good balance. He has good feet in the hole. He's got good lateral quickness. So he's a really good back.
And what challenges that present not only for the guys in the back seven to get them on the ground, but the front seven kind of just
getting off blocks. That's the big thing with those guys up front, to be able to separate and manage your gap and have some sort of gap integrity and gap control. That's going to be big in this game.
How important is it to mount a pass rush in this game?
That's always important.
And how key is Kurt Magid to that? Is he?
Yeah, they're all going to be critical. Kurt's going to be a big part of it, and whoever's in there has got to. They got to understand the situation of the game, and if it's third down or if it's an obvious passing situation, pin your ears back and get on this quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable.
Coach, you faced Bobby Petrino before in the SEC. What do you know about his offenses, and does that give you a little bit of an advantage since you've seen him?
No, I think I have a lot of respect for Coach Petrino. He's got a great mind. A lot of the things that he does are very well thought out. He knows how to attack coverages. We know that there's going to be times when they're going to be in a good call. We got to be able to play through the call and allow our fundamentals and our technique to carry the day.
Do you think your experience facing him and seeing what he does before gives you guys a little advantage, helps you out a little bit?
Yeah, I think a lot of the same concepts that he ran at Arkansas is something that he believes in. So I know that he's just not he's not a grab bag. He knows what he wants and he's going to execute it.
What have you seen out of Kurt this week now that he's been out of that green jersey?
Yeah, he's doing well, moving around, getting some reps, and just making really solid progress.
Is it realistic to see him play 40 snaps, or do you want to kind of keep him a little bit more manageable?
That'll be ongoing, as we go. It's going to be, just feedback on Kurt's, part and how he's doing and the situation of the game. So it'll be played by ear.
How potentially valuable is Kurt from a leadership standpoint?
Oh, yeah, Kurt's got a great pulse on the team. The guys really like him. They respect him. So he's got tremendous leadership skills, and that's invaluable.
Can you already see that he brings a different element out there?
Yeah, Kurt. I'll say this: the thing about Kurt is, even though he was hurt and he wasn't in there, he was always around. He was in the huddle. It's almost like he never was not there. Just now that he's going to be on the grass, so that's good.
Physically, does he look like he's been there the whole time?
Yeah, I mean, he looks good. He's running around well, changing direction. So yeah, I'd say he looks pretty good.
John, you had some guys that didn't even like 20 snaps. Sorry, how much do you think you really learned about your defense in the opener, and how much more do you expect to learn on Saturday?
Well, we learned that we got a long way to go. In a lot of areas, we have to develop depth. Those guys have got to, come along. There can't be a drastic drop-off when we sub guys in and out. We've got to become more consistent, both with our first group and our twos. So that's going to be the process that we have to endure moving forward.
What's kind of been your message to your secondary this week? I know they have a complex passing game. What's been your message?
Put your eyes where they belong, play with your fundamentals, and play hard.
John, how much easier is it to prepare for a team now that you've had one game on your belt as opposed to maybe 4 weeks of the preseason? You can look back at this game and kind of judge where you're at, I guess.
Yeah, it's obviously the first couple ball games. There's a lot of uncertainty, things that maybe they have in their package that they didn't show. You're always second guessing yourself as a coach. You're always trying to prepare us for as much as you think you'll see. So that's always going to be a big part of the first 2 ball games. As you move forward throughout the season, then that becomes less of a factor as you get a feel for what they really do.
You may have already addressed the injury thing, but any update with Kurt or?
Yeah, he's out
Jancek?
there. He's moving around. He's looking good. Got a lot of drill work, the last couple of days. Got a lot of reps, so it's good. It's positive.
Any closer to a decision on Saturday, or is it still up to Coach?
That's still up to Coach Jones, and obviously he will consult with the training staff. So, but he's looking good. I'll say that.
Coach, how often does Bobby Petrino really like to use misdirection, likes to use a lot of crossing routes? Is that the majority of the time to confuse the secondary and that second level?
Yeah, he does. He has some really good thought, really good concepts with his passing game, and very solid in the run game. So it's going to be a challenge.
And it seems like the secondary, because of their youth, is going to be what they're going to try to exploit for you guys.
Yeah, I would think that would be a big part of it, try and attack those young guys. So we're aware of that. They're aware of that. We just, again, it's part of a process. There's just certain things you can't, protect players from. It's just they got to learn how to play certain routes and not be in the best call all the time.
Let me throw up the coaching adage: you make your biggest improvement from your first week to your second week. Have you seen any of that on the practice field this week?
I've seen our guys practice with a lot of energy, which that's good. I still think they're hungry. That was one thing that I wanted to make sure took place. I don't think they're complacent. We're still inconsistent. Throughout practice, we just got to continue to grow and get better.
Do you having that game? Some teaching points to make. Do they seem to be responding to that?
Yeah, our guys are great. They respond to everything we ask of them. They try and do it exactly how we coach them, and it's just a process that we're going to continue to go through.
So now the goal is to go through the season undefeated. I mean, unscored on.
Yeah.
You got that
I wish that
now.
were true. Yeah, I wish that were true.
No matter who you're playing, that's kind of an accomplishment, though, to hold.
No question. Anytime you can shut somebody out, you did a lot of really good things. My message to our defense was that even though we did do some good things, there's a lot of room for improvement. Boy, there's a lot of growth that can still take place for us to continue to get better.
Thanks.
Okay.